In this video we explore a small mine that was operating from the 1880s up to the late 1950s, and kind of started off as a cheesy fun exploration video. Then I stopped by a friend of mine's mining lab. He's a mineralogist and he's been in some other videos, Paul, and he analyzes this rock and then tells us a little bit of the history about this mine that we explore in the video coming up. So we'll start off with some information from him about the mine, and we'll have fun exploring this little mine.
Blasting and drilling,
yeah,
that kind of stuff underground.
Oh wow, that is cool.
That's aragonite. Nice piece. This will show calcium, mostly.
Beautiful piece.
And tell us what this gun is again, because I'm going to add this to the video on the mine.
This is an XRF gun, X-ray fluorescence.
A sledgehammer to break this whole piece open.
This is the same as chemically as calcite, but it's just a different form. And we'll see if I'm right.
Now, does this have any value outside of?
Not much. They sometimes cut it. You get big deposit. They cut it and polish it and make tabletops and things like that out of it. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, it could be banded and the color is pretty. Yeah.
I've seen a mine where they make lamps out of it.
Yeah. See, let me hit it here. See, it's got some junk, but it's 45% calcium. And so if you're able to take, if it's aragonite, I think it's CaCO3, it's like calcite. So that's just damn near pure. Yeah.
That is pure.
Yeah.
That's pure aragonite?
Yeah.
That is cool. That's a good time.
Hey, John. Look at the one we just found here.
Wow. You just missed it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely fantastic.
Isn't that a nice piece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found that, or who found that?
I found that
he found it over.
Wow, congratulations. That's a beautiful specimen.
There's huge areas of that in there. I mean, just.
Yeah, aragonite. Calcium carbonate, but just in a little bit different form. Hey, is the crystal form different in aragonite than calcite? It is. Yeah, that's the difference. The crystal form is different.
Yeah, and
but chemically, it's the same.
And that makes the aragonite much more susceptible to being dissolved away, to dissolution.
Yeah. That's why you don't find a lot of it. Most of it you find has been dissolved and reprecipitated as aragonite. Over in Panama Valley, there's a bunch over there. There's a mine where they mined it, but they had big slabs, and they had a saw there, and they were sawing it up and make tabletops and stuff out of it over in Panama Valley.
Oh, that's cool.
Thanks for spraying that on my food.
It's edible.
See, this way the water gets mixed later. It's more efficient this way. All right, we got an incline shaft here, and waste pile outside's pretty big, so we went down and we checked it out, and then what we did is we didn't have any safety gear because we have to hike here. So we hiked back to camp and got our safety equipment, some rope, hard hats, lighting, and I'm gonna try. This will be the first I ever videoed with a phone, so we'll try videoing this mine with the S7 and see how it goes. It's a short incline, and then it looks like it was bulkheaded or capped. So we're headed down, and you'll notice that as we go downhill, there's lots of rocks and sand in this mine. Whoa, whoa, dude, you're spilling it. Okay. What the? $20W50. Wow, look at that. You're too young to even know what canned motor oil is.
Pretty much. How old is this? A lot of the trash in here is from 80 something.
Well, don't pour it out. You're creating a hazmat situation.
We're in a mine shaft, Boxy.
So that looks like that finishes out right there, right? But we're standing on a false floor here. This, you can see the air line. The pipes continue below us, and there's also wiring going down here. So how's it look?
It kind of goes this.
It's more vertical?
A little more vertical.
The pipes don't appear to go vertical unless there's an elbow or 45 right there. Let me get over here. This is a little workshop area.
Ouch. Look at that. Look at that.
Gotta
There
work.
should be a sign right there. There's still some cardboard.
Oh, did you see this right here?
Yeah.
Spuds McKenzie, the original party animal.
Check him out. What a hunk.
Get a load of him.
Well, there's a super party animal. His name is Spuds McKenzie. With a beach in sight and a cold Bud Light, he's in a party frenzy.
He's Spuds McKenzie, one party-loving, happening dude.
Go Spuds, go Spuds, go.
Bye, Spuds. Call me.
Go Spuds, go Spuds, go.
Broken light bulb.
There used to be a picture right there. I see it.
Wait, why is there a Coors Light in the Spuds McKenzie mine? Wait, who was Spuds McKenzie the spokesman for?
Wasn't that the dog for Target or something?
No, Spuds McKenzie was a spokesman for a beer, I believe. Pause. Stop. All right, so this appears to be a big false floor. You see that newspaper down there? Mm-hmm. So can we get under this and get back over to the incline? We can't.
It's walled off. The incline is wood walls all four.
Oh, so it's cribbed.
Yeah.
Or yeah. So how are we going to continue down this thing?
Look, this right here. You gotta follow me down this way. Because there's like a hole right.
Alright, so we came down through there, and we're trying to work our way down and meet back up with the shaft. And did you go this way? That didn't. Anyway.
Look at that.
Alright, so
This is just a massive chunk of quartz. This whole rock.
you're on a false floor right now?
A very, very serious false floor.
Very serious. So is that like, how deep is it under you?
Deep. That looks like it might even be... Well, it was at one point something, but look at this fucking crystal. This whole fucking thing, look.
Okay, see this? What he's looking at right here?
Mm-hmm.
This whole rock right here, this
Yeah.
whole white,
Yeah.
that is that crystal.
The aragonite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That whole thing is this
yeah.
right here.
Yeah. The aragonite was probably a limestone. Well, not probably. It was limestone at one time, and it dissolved and came down and then reprecipitated as aragonite.
But this is not what they were after in the mine.
No, this was a silver mine. There's very little lead. There was a pretty good amount of zinc, but silver. It was mostly silver.
Alright, so we're examining this crystal here. And it's got a very interesting, kind of, you put the light behind it there. Kind of a very interesting translucent kind of flavor going on. There's a picture of it with the light behind it.
Oh yeah, pretty. Sometimes those aragonites will fluoresce under ultraviolet light. You might want to try it sometime. See?
Yeah, I didn't bring an ultraviolet light. You need that one that really that.
Where do you have the aragonite? Is it in your pocket?
Yeah.
I just happen to have an ultraviolet light right here. And we can get dark enough to see if it's going to fluoresce without here.
Let's see, this is that 388 nanometer, is that what that says? 386?
366.
366 nanometer. This is not your LED blacklight. I mean, yeah, this is not your LED blacklight. This is
This is old-fashioned kind.
special retina burning.
This is the one I'm used to. No.
Now, what would you see if it was?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Oh, wow, look at
There you
that.
are. Some fluorescence, a little bit. Yeah, fluoresces a little bit. And the thing that fluoresces a lot is your false teeth. I got a two
Oh, yeah.
false
Look
tooth
at that.
in the front. And let me get I have a piece of sheelite out here, and I'll show you what that looks like. Ugly old rock. Yeah. I gotta turn it on, I guess.
Oh, wow, look at that.
That's sheelite, tungsten.
Right.
That's a really good piece too.
Now, this is a short wave.
Yeah, let's try the long wave to see what.
Oh, it's got both in it.
Yeah. See, it doesn't do much. It is a little bit, but the short wave. I've always found the short wave to be better.
Right, and the short wave.
See, like this won't do on the short wave.
Right.
The long wave.
Right.
Then you.
Yeah, look at it now.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty.
On this, we think they had a windlass here because you can see there's a slot there, a slot here, and this doesn't go down all that far. So, anyway, interesting Interesting crystal formation for sure. And very robust false floor. All right, continuing on.
Oh. My crystal fell.
Your crystal fell?
I had a big crystal and it fell.
We'll get another one.
Can't find another one.
Anyway, continuing on here. Wow, look at all this stacked rock. Cut. I would want to call this cut and fill, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Well, wait until you get down here. You know the mine we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
That'll go unnamed? This, you're in it right now. See all this stacked rock?
Dude, it goes all the way up here.
I know. This is all to avoid hauling all this waste rock out. Cut and fill mining. Except these are not really stopes that are filled with a ceiling stacked on wood. Here's just some examples of the incredible the incredible
rock work
effort to stack rock in here.
Yeah, they did that rather than to haul them, take them out. They would stack them up. It's easier to stack them up than it was to carry them out. Oh, look at those timbers.
Yeah, old.
Yeah, yeah. And here's something you don't see. See what you get from around here is those timbers are just like they were when they put them in 100 years ago, because everything is so dry and the air going through it, they just petrify. They'll actually begin to petrify. Or if this was somewhere else where there's a little bit of moisture, they'd have rotted out a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing down.
There's another arrow.
Another arrow.
And look at this. It's a chute.
We got really good airflow.
Ooh. So here's my thing. We could go this way, go the way the arrow is coming back from. Let's go this way.
I wonder if that chute is where they were dumping the pay rock down. Okay, apparently he's daylighted over here. He's got some daylight.
If you go the other way, you get light. If you go this way, you get line.
So we daylight over here? Look at all this trash, man. Oh, that's got to be the bottom of one of the shafts. Fudge shop. Coleman fuel. You want to pop in there and look up and see if that's one of that, if that's perhaps that shaft we looked down? Can you see it?
Yeah, it's just an open hole.
How high up does it look?
Goes surface.
About how deep are we?
It's one of the ones we were looking down, dude.
So 100 feet?
75, 50 maybe.
Alright, so if we... Okay. Stop.
The other side.
Okay, apparently this continues. It's a drift? Coors Light. Spuds McKenzie. So it continues. There's another
more cut fill. Let me see how much it continues because this stuff looks pretty nasty. It's all trash that's been dumped down here. So that's all this rock is.
Right. Yeah, I'll stay here and sample the gallon of food service teriyaki sauce we got. Okay, so he ran into that chute we just saw, the bottom of that. Is that it? Does it finish out right there?
Yeah, it ends at that chute.
Does it continue down the other way here?
No, it's filled.
Okay, let's take the drift going this direction. Maybe this runs back into the incline. There's air blowing at me.
Feel air.
Yeah, where there's air blowing at us.
This looks kind of like a hot jet.
Mountain Dew. Is this the bottom of the incline? Let's crawl through there and look. Does it continue?
Yes.
But it's not the bottom of the incline?
I don't know.
Alright, this is not the bottom of the incline. So it's plugged. It was capped or something?
Yeah, it gets it to about a foot in diameter of a hole, and it's plugged with boulders and wood. And honestly, it looks kind of fresh.
Okay.
Like, it honestly looks pretty recent, so. Isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, your crystals are right up there.
Yeah.
So find your damn crystal that you dropped. Is that it right there?
Yes, it is. This is my big crystal.
Now smile for the camera. I found my crystal.
I found my crystal.
So that's the, yeah, okay. I'd like to welcome everybody to Amateur Hour Mine Exploring. Sponsored by Coors and Budweiser. Special thanks to Spuds McKenzie. Let's not forget our old friend Miller Genuine Draft, MGD for good times. Ow, fuck. I would like to thank MSA Safety Caps for protecting my head against this low ceiling budget mine. Look at that color right there. Check that out. Check out how that stands out in the camera.
I lost all here.
So I've said this before in videos that when you go into a mine and you see liquor bottles, then people are obviously consuming intoxicants underground. You probably don't have to worry about bad air. Did we go up this way? Or many safety issues? Got another hole here full of crystals. Look at that.
Let me see. Oh my god.
360 degrees of crystals. Quartz. See the vein up top there? Straight up on the...
Mm-hmm.
So where did you say it kept going up from where
Back there?
where that wood is?
Yes.
There's air blowing towards me. See, it goes up here. Oh yeah. interesting mine. Very low budget. Very just almost hand done. Alright, I've done something different here. I turned the phone has video stabilization and I turned it on. And I want to see how much different it looks. So these natural pockets are called vugs, kind of like void and ugh. Kill your light for me, please. Where do you see purple?
In there.
You don't see purple. We should go get the black light for. Crystals. Shiny. It's shiny. Yeah, it's hard to tell what's natural. This does look like a natural vug, though. I don't think they didn't blast that.
You can tell the way that the rock is all formed in the end.
Right.
It's natural.
Yep. Does this go connect to anything?
No.
It dead ends behind
Yes.
you? Okay. Okay. This is a stacked rock paradise here. We're headed out, but we actually came through over that box right there, but we're headed up another way, and it's just more stacked rock. And I can tell already that this stabilization thing creates a really awkward vibration. I'll try it though. More kind of natural. Look at this.
Foxy?
Check this out.
Check this out.
Anywhere to stack rock. Look at this. What do we punch through? Do we daylight here? Wait, what? Stopage.
Did they really stack rock up there too?
Dude, they stacked rock anywhere look at it right here. Just anywhere they could get a layer, man, they got it stacked. It's expensive to move waste around. And when you have an incline that was as small as what we came in, you don't want to try and... I mean, there is more stacked rock. Oh, look at we daylight. Right there. Here we go.
Is that that's the incline, isn't it? There's ventilation. Piping.
More stacked rock. Here's a nice tank.
It is something. But it isn't the incline.
Is that it? Are there drifts off the bottom there? Or is that it? Is it plugged or what?
No.
There's a drift down there?
Yeah, it was rails.
What? There's a drift with rails down there.
Yes. It was this big pipe. Yeah, there's a drift from rails right here.
Sponsored by Budweiser. Before we do that, did you see all these drifts going off to the right back here? I think we should go finish those. Oh, this had a thing.
Can I just check this really quick to make sure it doesn't dead end?
Yeah, go ahead. Check it out.
It's not that hard. Just give me a second.
Does it keep going?
Oh yeah, it keeps going. There's artifacts and shit.
What? All right, here we go. Here I am. What do you think?
Dude, it just goes on forever.
What?
There's rails and...
There's airflow. There's air blowing at me.
Yeah, there is. There's cool air coming in this way.
So, let's roll?
Do you want to go up and explore that shit?
Well,
Alright, come on.
we're here. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's right.
What the... Let's see what we got. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh.
He's breathing.
Here, get your light out of there. Come on, focus and color balance. All right. Oh, there we go. Now we color balanced. Well, no, now we lost it. I don't know. It's a cell phone. Another hand-riveted tank. Ore chute.
So what, there were more extensive tunnels and they just backfilled them all.
Well, I don't know. I'm confused. It looks like... Check that out. No, check out the vein type thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bat. I don't know. It looks like it might have been worked by different people.
Hey, wait a second. This is...
More cut and fill.
So we came down like this. We went that way. This is
Oh.
the other direction. The very first...
Okay, we've made a big loop.
Yes.
We've made a big loop. And we're all impressed with ourselves like we might have found the... And that's it. We've just made a big loop. All right. What an odd mine. So this is very interesting to me because I was talking to an old miner and he was talking about fault gouge and then hard rock. So this looks like fault gouge, which is where the plates strike and rub together and grind up, but it almost looks like this is what they were after because you can see it's centered directly in the... Well, we thought this was haulage, but I don't know. Take a look at that picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's the fault gouge, yeah.
Okay, so there's...
Oh, yeah, they followed, didn't they?
So this is that real loose...
Yeah, fault gouge.
Okay.
What you call it, yeah. It must have had something in it or they wouldn't have followed it. I'll be damned. I don't remember seeing that.
So they were definitely following this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Good
yeah, there's another picture of it.
Yeah, see how it's wide there and it goes down, then it probably went out up again, yeah. It does that, they go in and out.
So how did this form?
Well, this is all limestone, and then there was a crack in it, and then down below, somewhere down below, there's igneous rock. You know, this is sedimentary, and there's igneous rock, which is the molten stuff. This was laid down by in an ocean at one time. So anyhow, there was faults, so forth. There were cracks, And when the igneous rock came in, the solutions, the gases and solutions came up through the cracks.
Okay.
And they had the ore minerals in it.
Okay.
And then in a lot of places they actually would eat out into and make a much wider ore deposit. But this one didn't do it. They just stayed right in the fault.
So why didn't they go up through this and take this out?
Well, it must not have had enough in it at that spot.
Okay.
See, these things are real spotty. You'll find ore here, and you could here. There's a vein looks just like the other, but it doesn't have anything in it. And so, if there had been anything in it, they would have dug it.
Yeah, talk about getting your money's worth out of a tire. Geez, you could practically see the air in that one. It was. What is it? Can't believe we're in a mine looking at old tires.
Super Goodyear. It's got the Goodyear logo.
So one company worked it, and then they had a lease on it or whatever, and then they came back and they abandoned it because it was no longer profitable. And then another company leased it. I'm not going to be underneath that. Will you go up that?
It's an open step over here.
Oh, here's a ladder. Oh, Swiss cheese. Oh, here's your ladder you saw. Right here.
Yeah, it is.
Dude.
How do they do this?
What, all the stacked rock?
Yeah, this looks like labor intensive is an understatement.
Well, it's obviously less labor intensive than hauling. Is that another level up there?
Yeah.
The levels are like...
It's mostly been like built up and all the supports in here are just holding up the retaining wall.
The levels are like 5 feet apart in this mine. And there's just stacked rock everywhere. Everywhere they could possibly find a ledge that would hold rock, they stacked rock.
This goes up. This looks like it was another whole section of the stope that they just filled in with rock.
Yep, waste rock. Okay, we're...
Look at this. So, maybe you don't need to see it, but it looks like they were living here. Right here. It looks like they built a house in the waste rock.
What?
Like they filled it in and made a dugout.
Well, it continues on the other side. Do I need to come over there and get that first?
Yeah, you could. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so where do you see this house at?
A what?
Where do you feel like they were living?
Right there, look. There's a little bit of roofing
Oh.
in that little dugout shape. And there's another one right here.
Wheelbarrow.
Oh, that's an old fucker, too. Look at that. That's custom. Look at this thing. It's all riveted together. It's folded. Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, not that interested for some reason. Rough cut tobacco.
70s. Polaroid film refund offer. Expires September 14th, 1986.
Great, man. I start the camera rolling. Polaroid film refund offer. I'll just leave that alone. That's great. So anyway, that's goes out right there. That's the surface. You can see the sky. And
White rock grape aid with no pop tab. Had to use a can opener to get into it. This wheelbarrow is tripping me out. It's really riveted.
What's tripping me out is all this stacked rock. I mean, anywhere that would possibly hold rock. I mean, I wonder if they just had kids and the kids' whole thing was just stack waste rock. If it's not shiny, then put it somewhere.
Cracked wheat.
There's a rat's nest right there. All right. Here we go. Wow, the sky. All right, I see. Let me turn the stabilizer off. Okay, so this is with the stabilizer off. And it's a beautiful sunset right now. But I will admit it's rather cold out here, so I think I'll go back underground where I belong. What'd you find? Vistaprint. 500 cards for only $9.99. Really? I thought I turned that stupid stabilizer thing off. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. This has been like one non-stop stream of product branding advertisement blurt outs.
More stacked rock.
More
stope.
What?
Open.
Open stope, stacked rock.
I'm gonna want to climb back down here with a bag and grab all that rock.
All right, so that goes up and out, and he was just checking that out. So we got those drifts that go off to the left from here.
Nearly.
This is just like a makeshift ore chute out of a bucket. So they might have just done that just to run that airline. Up. Stacked rock. I just can't get over it. Just stacked or what?
How?
How what?
Stack this rock. It goes all the way up here. Like, that's like 25 feet of stacking rock. Some of these things are at least 150 fucking pounds.
Alright, so you say there's drifts up there? How can there be? Alright, this is that handmade out of a barrel top of that ore chute with a pipe coming up. I climbed up that rock wall. It keeps going that way too, doesn't it? What? Oh, crap. Where's that go? Is this safe? Is any of this safe? Is death safe? Maybe death is the only safe alternative. You know, this whole thing, is that holding the ceiling up? Because we got to be real close to the surface. This whole thing is one step. Oh, here's the incline. Hey, Drake? Here's the incline. This whole thing is one step shy of a open pit. Okay, so here we have Meisterbrow and Canada Dry Ginger Ale. You can tell this is in a heavily populated area. What's up?
It just looks like there's tunnels crossing over tunnels crossing over tunnels, and you can't tell where is where because it looks like there was a tunnel up here and then they bit down here and blew all this up and filled that with rock.
Well, like I said, it's one step short of an open pit. But the mystery is still what's below this bulkhead here on this. Because we never met back up with that incline or those pipes or wires.
Peel this metal back a little more. There's a ladder right there, dude. This keeps...
I can see the bottom of it. What?
There's a ladder. Yeah, I know you can see the bottom, but the wire goes down and then that way.
Okay.
It goes... And so do the pipes. So the other pipe goes down in that way, and then this one goes just kind of out, and it looks like there's a ladder down. So like, this isn't just a sump. Like, there's more than just a sump down here, because then it would be a sump pipe, and that's it. They wouldn't have rails and all that shit going all the way down to the very bottom.
Well, they got to lower the skip car down below the level of the drift.
Yeah, but you know, and all the piping, and all the electrical, and a ladder, and...
Grab your hard hat, dude.
I can do it.
Yeah, grab your hard hat here.
Hold on.
Alright, Suicide Boy's trying to tear the collar of the shaft apart. And, so he can get a look down this thing, because it seems like it continues.
It does, dude, but it's a... Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, ladder, platform. Ladder, platform. Ladder.
There's a light bulb in a socket right there. There's a ladder.
There's an unbroken light bulb?
Yes. In its socket.
So he moved this 3x12 out of the way, and he is now proceeding to his death. The next part of this will be brought to you by the Coors Brewing Company. Golden, Colorado. Taste the Rockies. Light bulb in a socket. Where's that?
Right here, friend.
Wow, it's so dusty. Wow, check that out. Yeah, this is definitely, I believe this is called bulkhead. And it goes kind of vertical here, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But I see the drift. It's right there.
Yes,
That's the bottom, right?
possibly.
Could still be the sump.
This is false floored as well.
What?
I'm on another false floor.
Is there a drift right there?
Come on down, man.
So there's the false floor, the bulkhead, and yeah, where's the light? There's the light bulb right there. Boy, yeah, this is soft, and it is dusty down here. That's why the video is crappy. But let's have a look. Well, okay, this is the bottom.
Look underneath that wood pile.
Well,
False floor.
there has to be the skip has to be able to go below the drift. Look at where the pipe ends.
The pipe doesn't end there.
That pipe, this pipe does.
Okay, but this is the pipe that's actually coming from
Well, there's.
the shaft. This is the actual shaft pipe.
You're right, and the water line looks like it goes too. We came through that hole right there.
And look, this looks like, look, this is like, look, it's hollow. It's,
Well, they obviously worked their way up.
holy shit.
What?
I heard it. Hand me a big rock. Listen.
Yeah, it's not that far.
But it's still another false floor.
Yeah,
So there's another false floor below us.
probably. Sodium cyanide. It's your friend. What do we got here? More Castro GTX. Get off the false floor, Drake. Meisterbrow. Shovel. Hose bib. And a light bulb. Let's see what we got here. Long life, 120 volt. That's it, right? Just comes to an ore chute. Another light bulb there.
Looks like they never developed it.
Well, they were obviously dropping stuff down here and pulling it up from somewhere.
Not much. It looks undeveloped. Unless it collapsed.
Well, is that it? It just
Yeah, that's it.
stops here?
Unless it collapsed shut, yes, but it kind of looks like it collapsed.
Huh.
So honestly, it looks like it was coming from like right here down. But
Oh. Action tongues gram. Long life light bulb trouble saver. 2500 hours. 100 watt. The box for the light bulb. And did you see these right angle pieces?
yeah, I did.
Like that was what all that above us was put together with. It's a drill, right? Oh, let's zoom in on this dead rabbit here. Sodium cyanide. Dr. Pepper, Meisterbrow. Kind of all the same thing, actually. Coors.
Nails. And drill bits.
Hey, do you see the light bulb box right there behind the... Sodium cyanide. Wow, baked. Oh crap, that thing has seen better days. So maybe it just played out. So they bulkheaded it. Maybe it was a flop, like you said. Maybe they just didn't hit any ore, or it wasn't high grade enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see your lovely wires there are basically holding the wood up.
Yes.
Definitely bulkheaded off here. Definitely. Dude, are you really?
Yeah, I want to see. I can move the piece that's in the way of me seeing what's under this. What, are you not hardcore enough, Boxy? Hey, Boxy.
I'm tired of the dust, to be honest. What do we have
You
there?
want some ranch?
No.
There's still ranch in the bottle.
No.
Look,
Gross.
I can mix it up.
Gross.
You see it?
Gross.
Oh, that ranch smells fucking rancid. Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. Oh. Oh. That was worse than sticking my head up a decomposing cow's asshole. Makes me not want to do it as much.
Did you take the lid off of it and smell it?
No, I didn't. It just... The lid was rusty.
Dude, you're...
Did you shake?
Yes, I did.
How bad?
Like I can feel it. You're vibrating me. If you're gonna... Oh, whoa. Rojon Tweebler-Easers Weefless. You have activated the bat. What was that mine video I made? And I said, this is the worst mine video I've ever made. You know, I think this one takes the cake.
Why?
It just does. It's
How?
cursing, foul language, you barfing, bats. It's just cheesy. Okay, but go ahead, open it up here. If we're going to die, let's do it while the damn camera's rolling.
Do I curse too much?
Well, I like to keep the videos
PG?
PG, yes.
So do I curse too much?
Well, one curse word's too many to keep it PG, but I could always edit it.
Huh?
I could always edit it with a 1 kilohertz beat. But go ahead, let's open this. I'm going to pause this.
Can you throw me your flashlight?
Teamwork, baby, teamwork. Dead rabbits, rotten ranch.
Dude.
What?
Holy fuck.
And there we went R-rated again, but go ahead. Did you smell something sensual?
I want your light.
Why?
I don't see a bottom. The
Well,
rails just hang into space and it smells like something fell and died, number one. Very distinct smell of rot. And it just...
why don't you zoom the flashlight out? Pull it forward. There you go.
Dude, it just goes.
But there's no pipes or anything, right?
I see something. It looks like rails, dude.
What, like there's a drift down 100 feet?
Yeah.
Well, we're starting to get into...
Dude, I'm not going down that. There's no way down. There's no way. It smells... You've been into a mine, right? Where there was a dying deer or something at the end?
I know what dead animals smell like. I'm no...
So... I don't really see a bottom even with the flashlight already all the way zoomed in. And when I can see it, it's... I want off now.
You want off like you're fine.
Off the false floor.
You finally acknowledge that that's not cool.
It's not that that's not cool. It's just now I know what's under it and I want off.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get out of here.
Way more than a rabbit, dude.
Well, if there's absolutely no airflow and no ventilation, you know, a rabbit, it'll decompose. And the problem is, if it's 100%, you know, boxed in, the bacteria as it eats up the rabbit will eat up all the oxygen too and just leave carbon dioxide, and that's not like decomposing bodies at the bottom of a dead-end shaft are something that will suck up all the oxygen. So the original party animal, Spuds MacKenzie. So what do you think? Do you think we satisfactorily finish this out, or do we need to go... Oh, you wanted to go... All right, yeah. All right, so we're back here where the stacked rock is, and we didn't take this drift, and this was one of the drifts I wanted to take. All right, well, I had to change cameras because if you can believe this, I filled the phone up. Have we been in here that long? Anyway, this is one of the drifts we didn't take, and what's interesting is gas sealed, yes. Acetylene. Let me get a picture of that, but hold on. So check this out. Somebody had a fire down here. I mean, we're in a dead-end drift, so brilliant.